Okay, we changed our formation back to the diamonds. What a difference it has made. As you can see, we are up in 8th place, which is absolutely incredible. I think we've probably gone up about 8 places, maybe 9 places since last episode, which is incredible stuff. And today I'm going to show you the goals from the games that I played off screen. 2 more games. We're going to be taking on Cardiff and then a Boxing Day game against Middlesbrough. Welcome to a new episode of the Team Sherwood Challenge.
Second to none.
We are past the halfway point in the season. 24 games played out of 46. So we have just passed halfway. And so far we have won 9, drawn 9, lost 6, scored 36, conceded 26, goal difference of 10 and 36 points, which is a really good total. Okay, so I will show you the goals from the games off screen now, and then we'll jump into our first game against Cardiff. Our first game after losing 5-2 to Wolverhampton was at home against Brentford, and we took the lead in the 15th minute. Jonathan Obika with the shot and the goal, and it was a 1-0 lead against the Bees. In the 21st minute we doubled our lead, and it was in the area by Neil Bishop, and it fell to Delfonso, and his effort found its way into the goal as well, 2-0. 33 minutes into the game and it was 3-0, and it was Obika setting up Delfonso. The link up is so good and I enjoy it. 3-0, we're on fire. Scott Hogan easily dispossessed by Nathan Thompson. Delfonso one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he completed his hat-trick before half-time. The second half had very little action, and it was 4-0 Swindon. Next we travelled to Hillsborough to take on Sheffield Wednesday, and the first chance of the game came about 11 minutes in. Delfonso threw him on goal but could only hit the bar. 80 minutes into the game we won a penalty. Luvens with a foul on Jacob Mellis in the area, and we had a chance to take the lead. Luke Norris stepped up in the 81st minute to take the penalty, and he scored, giving us the 1-0 lead. That is how it ended, a good win at Hillsborough. Next we took on Peterborough, who were in 3rd place at the time, and with 35 minutes played, Delfonso's finish found its way into the goal, and it was a 1-0 lead against the Bosch. After a while, without a great deal of highlights, we did double our lead. Luke Norris setting up Delfonso for his second of the game, his 50th goal of the season, and it was a 2-0 lead against Peterborough. In the 86th minute, we scored the 3rd goal of the game, and it was Connor Thomas, the unlikely source of the goal, and it was a 3-0 win, which sent us all the way up to 10th at the time. Our next game was away against Brighton and Hove Albion. We had a chance to take the lead, but Knockhart's shot was saved well by Luke McGee. 51 minutes into the game, Connor Townsend scored a free kick, giving us a 1-0 lead, and that was how it ended. Brighton 0, Swindon 1, another win. I'm going to show you this goal from the sideline camera because I can't figure out what's wrong with it. It was ruled out offside because of Obika, who seemingly did not impact play one bit. So I'm confused as to why this wasn't given. If you know, answers on a postcard please. In the 77th minute we scored a goal, and it was Luke Norris again popping up with a goal from the bench, and he finished past the goalkeeper and gave us a lead at Villa Park. With 81 minutes played, Villa did threaten an equaliser. Jack Grealish a threat on that wing. Former player Yasser Kassim passing to Gusted, who missed an absolute titter, and we did win 1-0 at Villa Park. So not only did we win all 5 games off screen, but we didn't concede a single goal. So for the time being we are absolutely sticking with our narrow diamond formation. 3 at the back just wasn't working. As you can see, we had a run of 9 games in all competitions without a win, which is unforgivable. And you know, we were still in a good position in the table. We were above the relegation zone, but that just looks horrible to look at. But after that, I mean, look at how much green we've got here. 5 greens in a row. That Wolverhampton defeat is still boggles my mind as to how that happened. Cardiff is the first game. We're going to do that straight away. Other developments. FA Cup 3rd round. We've got a home game against Bolton, and there's not much else to talk about really. Just a few changes in staff personnel. The under-18s manager is now the under-23s manager because he's now managing York City. But other than that, not a lot else has happened. And we are very close to a clean bill of health. Sean Murray will hopefully be back very soon. He broke his foot, remember. He should be back after the next game. So we hopefully will have him back for that Oxford game there. The only other injury is McAllister, who's a long-term injury. He's got the cruciate injury. So we probably won't see him at all. But this is the team that we are going to play. They are playing really well as a unit. As you can see, lots of good ratings there. Luke McGee's not had a lot to do. That cam roll there's not a lot going on there, to be honest. Whether I play Mellis or Stewart, it makes no difference. They don't play. So I'm going to drop that midfielder a bit deeper and play with a 4-1-3-2. I didn't have a look at all at Cardiff's team, so I don't know who they've got. Let's have a look at that very quickly. Declan Rudd, Gunnarsson, Aidan McGeady, Craig Noon, Reece Oxford, Pilkington, Izzy Brown, Peter Rissingham, I think, scored the winner against me in the reverse fixture, if I'm not mistaken. It was a home defeat, that one. It wasn't very fun. In fact, both games we're playing today, we lost at the start of the season. They were our second and third games of the season, and we lost both of them. So a bit of revenge would be nice here as well to win these games. And rectify what happened at the start of the season. Although, yeah, we won all 5 games off screen and didn't concede a goal. So now that we're live and the camera's on, you can expect us to lose 3-0. Although we're about halfway through the first period and it's very even so far. We've had a lot of possession, but in terms of shots and chances, it's quite even. And Delfonso now, he needs a bit of support, but he's got O'Hara with him. And Gunnarsson wins the ball there. And now it's Noon to Immers and Sabrino. And that was easy. He took it around the goalkeeper and scored. That's the first goal we've conceded in some time. But yeah, they hit us on the counter. So we'll see the replay then. Immers passing to Sabrino. And who are you? Sendler's White? No, you're Thompson. Couldn't get to the ball. And then Sabrino with the finish past the goalkeeper. Easy. We made it a bit too easy for him. I'm going to change it back to standard, seeing as we're trailing. Don't want to be hit on the break again. If we can equalise before half time, that would be fine. Didn't really want to go behind in the first place. That's not the best of clearances by Luke McGee. Richards to McGeady now. And it's Sabrino again. And this time it's way over. Cardiff is second place. So this is a very tough game. I don't know how we beat Villa and Peterborough. We're playing so well. If we can get a result here, I'd be, really, really pleased. But, to lose this one, I wouldn't be too disappointed. I'd be disappointed to lose, but it's a game that we're expected to lose. Cardiff are firm favourites for this game. And, it's hit the post there. It's been cleared by, I think it was Sendler's White. The Cardiff are all over us at the moment. It looks like we are going to go in a half-time 1-0 down. I will say unlucky. We'll do that. That's a good team talk. I just want to demand a bit more from our strikers, though. Disappointed with your efforts to control the midfield. Because, yeah, they haven't really done that. So, we'll do that. We'll start the second half. To salvage a point from this would be good. To come from behind and get, at least a point. But they're on the attack again here. Luke McGee catches the ball there. I mean, we're in 10th place. 10th place is fabulous for our first season in the Championship. It's really good. So, as I said, I don't mind losing this game. I can take a defeat now and then. We're not seeing a lot of shots today. We're going to go attacking. Because, literally, we've had 3 shots and not a lot else, really. Normal tempo. We're going to push slightly higher up. We're going to hit the early crosses. We're going to bring on Luke Norris. And we might start him next game, actually. He's starting to score goals. Hilton's probably going to go in January, so there's no point playing him. But if Norris continues to get goals from the bench, he's going to be due some starts soon. In fact, he's unhappy that he's not getting enough game time. So if he continues this, then he may well get some games. I'm going to go structured. We need to get a goal here. We've seen very little from us. So we need to change something. I'm going to put Mellis back at the head of the diamond. If we now score, it would be quite funny. Izzy Brown here with a cross. Oh, well, we've gone 2-0 down. Sabrino with the second of the game. Back to standard now. If we now lose 3-0, I'm going to shut my mouth and never commentate on my videos again. Because I said, we've won 5 in a row and now I've turned the cameras on. We're going to lose 3-0. We've not done very well today. Right, Mellis is coming off. We're going to put Stewart in that role there. And, we've got 10 minutes left. Let's stick another striker on. We've got Hilton on the bench. Poacher, we'll do that. then we'll put O'Hara alongside Connor Thomas. We do have the overload option as well if we need it. It never works, but do you know what? Why not? 2 goals in 6 minutes, it's been heard of. And that is full time. Cardiff 2, Swindon 0. They've done the double over us this season. It just wasn't our day, I'm going to say. There weren't any positives in their performance. We just weren't very good overall. And Cardiff are good opposition. They're going to be going for promotion this season. So, you know, that was always going to be a tough game. Maybe that is true. Tactical blunder ends winning run. We won 5 in a row. I changed that one thing and we lose. So maybe that was my fault. Maybe that was. But we've got Middlesbrough next, who are... Where are Middlesbrough? They're in 18th place and they got relegated from the Premier League. So they're not having a good time of it at all. Who's in charge of Middlesbrough at the moment? It is Paul Jenkins. Who is Paul Jenkins? I think he's a caretaker manager because Di Matteo has been sacked not that long ago. So I think Paul Jenkins is a caretaker manager. So that could be interesting. Neil Bishop's got 10 yellow cards, so he's going to have a 2-match ban. So we'll bring Anton Rodgers in there. Or we could move Connor Thomas to ball winner and bring on someone else. Oh, we've got a job interview. Everton. That's really funny. Who have I not long finished a save with? Everton. And they've just offered... They're 19th in the Premier League. Oh, Everton, what's happened to you? That shows you what a change, what difference we made when we were in charge. They finished 11th twice in a row, 3 times in a row. And they're in the relegation zone and they've come to me. I mean, I'm not the same manager. I haven't left Everton and gone to Swindon. This is an entirely new manager. And we've been offered a job interview by Everton. That's hilarious. That's amazing. What are the chances of having a job interview from a team that you've just not long finished a save with? Okay, Middlesbrough are up next. So for the team here, there's a few people struggling for fitness. So we are going to do this. Bishop suspended. See, we don't really have a great... Like, these guys can play defensive midfielder, but not very well. Thomas and Rodgers could... One of those could play there. Alright, we're going to put Anton Rodgers in the defensive midfield position. As we'll play him as a defensive midfielder. We're going to drop Mellis alongside Thomas as deep line playmaker. We're going to start Jordan Stewart. We're going to drop a Beaker and start Norris, but we're going to leave Delfonso and play him as false 9. Who can we put on the bench in place of Bishop? Do we have any other midfielders? Eggleston, we'll put him on the bench. I've not really seen a great deal of him. I don't know what he's like. I think he's had... Has he played off the bench? No, he hasn't played off the bench. He's been on the bench, but he's been an unused sub. The only other change we'll make is we're going to bring in Branco for Sendles White, because Sendles White, I'm going to give him a bit of a rest. And then he can play against Oxford. Okay, so who do Middlesbrough have? Why are they where they are in the table? They've got Guzan, Tonio, Gibson, Prodel, Norton, Clayton, Jozabed, Fisker, Popov, Marshall, Pucciarelli, Victor Valdez on the bench, Rolando Aarons, Corley Woodrow, George Friend. That's not Everton Tom Davies, is it? It is. He's on loan from Everton. We are the favourites, so show me what you can do. I'm going to say that, and we're going to go with a bit of passionate, you have faith. And 3 points, please. We need to remedy the defeat against Cardiff and get some revenge because Middlesbrough beat us at the start of the season. And we're off to a great start. Luke McGee has injured his shoulder and we have no substitute goalkeeper. So, sorry McGee, but you're staying in goal. I've got to keep him on. I'm not putting an outfield player in goal. Seriously, this has never happened before to me. Which is why I never put substitute goalkeepers on the bench. I just rather have more outfield options. And Luke McGee's done his shoulder in. Hopefully it's not too bad. I mean, Henry's alright. But, I mean, Luke McGee's conceded 1 goal in 6 games. I don't really want to be using someone else. That's a terrible ball by Thompson. And Pucciarelli, he had a shot. McGee managed to make a save. Probably a bit tentative, but he did make a save. Norris and Delfonso not doing much at the top at the moment. I'm going to swap them round and then make Delfonso a poacher because that's what he's been playing and that's what he's been scoring goals in. Half time, is it? That is half time. Take revenge? Yeah, let's say that. Seem motivated. No one's on the card, so that's alright. We're not doing too well up front. Norris has had a terrible game. We're going to start the second half. Hopefully we do alright. I'm giving up with these guys sometimes. They're just not doing much. Stewart has been quiet. Right, I'm getting Norris off. Obika, I'm sorry I dropped you. You can come back in now. There was like a timeout because he hasn't scored in a while. Not since he scored those 4 goals in one game. He hasn't scored since then. Last episode. Delfonso's having a shocker as well. What is going on up there? We're still goalless. We're coming up to an hour's play. And yeah, we're not doing too well here today. We've had the same number of shots as Borough. How has that's just gone in? Pucciarelli. I want to see this again because it looked like that should never... right, we've got an injured goalkeeper. So I think I need to be a bit sympathetic here, but I want to see it again. Pucciarelli was completely unmarked. Had a shot. Well, I mean, even with an injured shoulder, he probably should have done better. I mean, his condition is fine. Delfonso's on a 6.2. Get off. Right, we're going Obika and Hilton. These two teams are going to be a pain in the arse because they beat us at the start of the season. Oh, hold on, we've got a highlight here though. It's a penalty. Yardin was fouled by Jozabed. Who's going to take the penalty? It's Obika. Halfway through the second half, we've got a penalty. Same number of shots we've had as Middlesbrough. More possession. The penalty is saved. Stewart could get a chance to put it in here. The cross is blocked. And now Jozabed clears it up to Pucciarelli. We've had a chance to equalise there, and we didn't take it. We had our penalty saved. It's going to be another 2 defeats. The curse is back. The curse is back. Obika's on a 6.3. Probably because he missed a penalty. But for God's sake. Alright, we're going all out now. 10 minutes left in the game. More risks. Going for the equaliser here. We don't have another striker on, do we? Do you know what? Stuart's done fuck all today. Let's bring on Matt Eggleston. What can you play? Not lots. Shadow striker. Yeah, the tactics haven't worked out this episode. I don't know why I changed it. I've done the dum-dum there. Although we do have a late free kick here. Yadam. Oh, it's a goal! Who was it? It was Obika. That it happened so fast. Right, get it back to standard now. 5 minutes left. I mean, I'll take a draw at this point because we haven't done very well today. Yadam, great control by the way. That is a really good pass. And Obika with a finish from about 12 yards out. And we have drawn 1-1. Well, at the moment, there is 5 minutes left. But we've got a highlight from kickoff. That's worrying. Rolando Aarons. Yadam wins the tackle there. Thompson to Mellis. I mean, there's 4 minutes left. I mean, there's a chance for either team to win this game still. Hilton to Thomas. Eggleston. Obika. Oh, he's hit the post! And it's cleared by Gibson. Obika was close to a rebound there. I like the fact that he scored a goal and he's still got a 6.5. How often do you see that? Do we deserve a draw? I'm not quite sure. They've got a late free kick here. Aarons. Get it away. Get it. Oh, my heart skipped a beat then. Corley Woodrow should have won that then, right at the death. And he headed wide. I'm going to go cautious and say I'm disappointed. Because we needed a win to move into the playoff places. And we're going aggressive with the finishing as well. Because that just, look at that. A 6.2 and a 6.3 for Delfonso and Norris. A 6.5 for Obika. Even though he scored a goal. And a 6.6 for Hilton. So yeah, striker's just underperforming at the moment. And we have dropped down to 11th place with that. But 11th is still brilliant. I'm fine with that. Luke McGee's got a shoulder injury. He's going to miss 3 to 4 weeks. So that's going to be a big loss in January. Especially with Henry. Henry's alright. Henry's okay. So we're in the middle of the table. That's alright. Being in the middle of the pack's alright. It's not too bad. I think we need to play the diamond as much as we can though. Because it's working better than 3 at the back. So we'll stick with it. I'll just have a look at who we have coming up, and then I will end this off. Yeah, it's going to be 2 out of those 3 games there. So yeah, well, we're going to miss the whole of the January window then, aren't we? And we'll just come back and we'll go through the transfers. So well, deadline day could be a thing. Sherwood's always active on deadline day. So do you know what? We will do the Reading game. We'll go through any transfers, and then if there's time in the episode, we'll take on Norwich. Deal? Because I'm expecting a bit of transfer action from Tim again in January, and some of that will be in deadline day, because a lot of the signings he's made have been deadline day signings. McGee and Townsend were deadline days. There were 5 deadline day transfers in January. A lot of defenders. And he also sold Vigouroux last January, so there's definitely going to be some action. And hopefully you will join me then. Thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below, leave any comments. And if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, hit subscribe. I'll see you next time. And as well, watch out for the new save that will be coming in around a week's time. Thank you for watching, guys. As I said, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.